Welcome back to another episode where we explore the Moog Model 15 iPad app. So instead of continuing to read the manual, we'll read the manual as we explore each of the modules in future videos. In this video, I want to let's explore the arpeggiator. So we get to that by pressing the ARP button, which is right here. I've loaded up the patch is. Before we do that, let's look at the patch. So the patch is a very simple patch. This is what we did in tutorial 1. So if we zoom around, we have right here we have our oscillator hooked up to a rectangular wave, and that is being sent to the voltage control amplifier input and then modulated by this this envelope generator and outputting to the trunk line. So it's pretty simple, just a simple square wave. Let's listen to what that means. So let's turn it down just a bit. So nothing fancy. So if we open up the arpeggiator, let's see how that module actually interacts. So we have to turn it on by pressing this button right here. Okay, so now it's on. So if I hold down a note, it will start to arpeggiate, as you can see there. You can also press this button, which we'll do, called hold, and that will keep the notes pressed, so I don't have to keep pressing the notes. Let's play a C. Okay, pretty simple, basic pattern. Let's change the octave range to 0 to 1. So now you can hear it going the prime octave and the 1 octave up. And let's try 1 to 2. So there you go, 3 octave range, 3 octave patterns. Let's do 4. There's 4. So now it's going down. Yeah, that's a pretty basic pattern. Now instead of playing just a single note, what we could do, let me turn this volume down just a bit more. We could play 2 notes. So if I change this to 0 to 1, you can kind of hear it where it goes dun 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 dun. So it's low. It's the prime octave and then the higher octave. It's playing both keys. Yeah, so it's playing the prime octave and then the upper octave in succession. And I think this is based on the sort order right here. So we could say low to high, high to low. So now there's 2 notes being played for each of the 3 octaves. Let's do it also, we could do it in as played. So then you could actually go with a pattern of, let's do a C, A, and E. So you can kind of hear it's playing them in order as played. Let's see if we can do reverse. Let's see what reverse does. Probably does the reverse of as played. So pretty basic there. Alright, let's go high-low, and then change our step size. So that makes it faster. So that's super fast. So this is directions up. So there's 0. So it's 0 to 1 down. 0 to 2 down. 0 to 3 down. Let's do up and down. So it looks like it's going up all the way from starting at the prime octave all the way to the fourth, third octave, all the way up, and then walking back down. So there's 0. So here's comparison to up. So up just skips back down to the octave. It doesn't walk back down. Trying to hear the difference between up down and up down 2. Let's go a bit slower. So there's what it sounds like as by default with up down. It's almost like it plays it twice. So down up is in the opposite directions, going down the octave. Wonder how often random actually randomizes. Sounds pretty random. Alright, let's check out. So the pattern length has always been at 1 right here. So this is the pattern length. Change it to 2. And then we can start to offset these patterns. Let's go to 4 here, more difference. So we can flip this switch right here to switch between pitch and velocity settings. So right now we're on the pitch offset. So we can alter the pitch of each of these notes by plus or minus 12 semitones, looks like. I can switch back to velocity. Now it's velocity offset. If you see a flip back and forth, it's definitely keeping the settings individually. It doesn't look like it changes these top settings. Which looks like it's called the gate offset. top row. So you can kind of hear the, it seems to be affecting the envelope gate. So we can go all the way to 8. And over here we have gate length, latch, and retrigger. So you can hear when I put it down to 0, it's a very fast note. And this will give us longer notes. Trying to see if I can hear the distance between latch and retrigger. Yeah, I can't seem to find a good pattern to showcase that. Okay, so I looked at the manual, and so in order to see the latch and work, the latch, it's kind of like hold, but we turn hold off. And what latch will allow you to do so I'm holding only one key down, and I'm adding keys, and that's basically doing a hold. Now for release, so I basically played a chord, like, you know, I played one note, and then I added a bunch more while holding that note. And they continue to play until I release all the keys and then choose a new note. So now it's only playing C. And now it's only playing E. But if I hold down C and then play E and then G, now it's playing the chord of C over and over again. And I can even release that C note, but it's still playing that chord until I press another key now that I've released. So that's what latch does. Retriggers basically, so we have, let's say, a pattern of 8, and now I'm going to press C, and now it's going through the whole pattern. Now if I were to switch quickly to F right here, another note, it's actually going to re-trigger the entire pattern instead of continuing where it was at. Each new note starts the pattern over. It re-triggers the arpeggiator. Now if I turn off re-trigger, then it will just process as it is, where it's at. It doesn't re-trigger the entire arpeggiator. So that's the theory of those things. I think we've seen most of it already. So there's load and save. So you can save arpeggiators. You can lock it so as you change presets, your arpeggiator doesn't change. I think that's a good overview of the arpeggiator module. Obviously, as you have a different sound that's coming into the arpeggiator, that will make your sound a lot more richer and more complicated. All right, see you next time.